Hello everyone, welcome to another RESP League match. Today the last one of Season 3, Week 7, Day 4. And it's myztro RAISY versus Base, and I'm joined by ZENAKU.
Evening, Rob. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to this last match, and it's an important one for also for you, it seems. Because go ahead.
I was gonna say I kind of wanted a front row seat on this because I see that I've already done my maths calculations. So if anybody's wanting to know from this position, Base needs to win 4-2, which is it's not impossible, but I think, how can I say, if it goes to a map 7, I should be still in that final. And I mean, that's kind of what I'm concerned about at the moment. But yeah, I mean, we saw with the picks, looks like it could be a close series.
Yeah, let's see. On the background we are hearing that the map is already loading. So we'll start with Exile. No Anarchy, no skill bearer for the whole set. Oh, Base playing Clutch on Exile. RAISY on Sarnath.
Round begins in.
Do you have any thoughts on the picks on this map?
Fight.
I mean, I actually have played Clutch against the Soul Lag on Exile, and it worked really well at Base already with an excellent start. Jeez, not great. But Base gonna get the heavy, and I mean, I always find it weird in these matchups because it often ends up being like very back and forth. Just the fact that, like, you know, there's so much spawn, so much stack you spawn with, so you just kind of keep pushing. And again with the shield, like, it just surely RAISY doesn't win this yet. Nice shotgun by Base. Spawn.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but it's like very different than on the other maps, and maybe that's because this map isn't that played much, so the players aren't that aware of how to avoid fights. Like, we had the same on Deep Embrace, for example, for the first few months. That it was also very volatile and plus forward heavy.
But again, this should be a good trap by RAISY. Whoa, he almost loses that somehow. And again, look at that. Like, he wins the Mega, but Base just so much stack. Look at the heavy too. And this is the problem with Clutch, because then those heads-up battles don't end up being too good. Oh, no, and again, right off the spawn, again, just another kill. Rob, I messaged you just in case about the sound.
Okay.
So now Base defending the Mega, and that's also another problem with when you have these two heavy champs. Like, these LG battles just become so even. And Base gonna push in. Look at the heavy. He's not defending Base with just starting machine gun. Not going to work out. Only 65 HP for Base. Gonna restack. RAISY not going to go for the trap. Look.
Yeah, you do hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Just making sure I wasn't crazy. Base will get the heavy here. I mean, even a 3 frag difference, even at this point, it might not seem like much, but again, it's the fact that every time when the tanks are fighting each other, you're just trading so much damage. And again, wow, nice rocket jump by RAISY. Base pops the shield. Good way to kind of buffer the timing. Base pretty much blew shield there and didn't get too much away with it. RAISY sitting on heavy. Surely. Wow, excellent shotguns. This is, and okay, RAISY with a nice cool snap back there. And again, does Base just push straight into it? He's already got 100. Oh no, yeah. And super shotgun, just the hitbox is so big that he's just getting so much value from that, just from that shotgun.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a difficult matchup for RAISY. And I do think, like, if you have the shield up, like, you don't really have to be in control.
Yeah.
It's just...
I mean, you're still able to contest even if you don't have the like a great amount of stack, but nice little tribal, and there should be another kill for RAISY, surely. Okay, nice. The rail. He will unfortunately miss out on the heavy, but he has kept his life.
RAISY gets a light armor. Gets the opening damage, but yeah, he has to deal with basis rail and also the shield wall. Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the issues with, I think, part of the problem with this map in some sense with this champion setup is just, you know, RAISY went for the rail there, and it feels like it just put a dent in him. Like, he had so much stack that even if he got railed there, he was still in, you know, quite a good fighting position. And that's why he just kept pushing Mega. He did have the items, but it just, one rail against the tank, you gotta rail them so much.
This is funny. Someone following, just followed Shaftastic on Twitch.
Oh, epic, no way. Oh, he's actually still kept in.
5-minute warning.
Yeah, still certain death.
And again, now 6 frags, even at this point in the game, I don't know. Adrian's gonna start needing to get some clean kills, I think, to really, and again, a direct, like a prediction rocket like that, Base gonna get the Mega. He's got shield up, I mean, he's got everything to just push this heavy, and he's gonna do it. Yeah, he has kind of trapped him on this bounce pad. Very awkward movement. And he has done a lot of damage. And again, he activated ability, but just nothing happened. He didn't even catch spit damage there, and Base managing to get the kill. So, oh, excellent LG from the low ground there.
Yeah, this would have been something for RAISY to work with, but it does not happen. He does get the heavy, and Base is still in survival mode. 3 seconds, and yeah, he will be having the shield wall up.
Oh, RAISY with the, here you go, you only have to rail him like 4 times. You suffered him up for it to die, but... And this is the issue, because now, I mean, 7 frags, it doesn't sound like much, but it's the fact that, yeah, every single time, even if Base started plussing back, he does manage to get that kill fairly cleanly, in a sense. I mean, he's managed to walk away with a lot of stack. Okay. Adrian's starting to pick up a little bit of pace.
You're more used to me dead than alive.
I mean, I said 7 frags, but it's now down to 5 in less than just 30 seconds.
Yeah. And the shield is still not there yet.
Wow. If RAISY manages to come back in this game, I'll be genuinely quite impressed. But wow, nice push by Base, very smart. And fortunately misses that rail. Oh, Base not connecting. I think he's starting to get a little bit under the pressure. Oh, and he manages to get that kill. Unfortunately, drops. Does get the Mega.
Yeah, I will lose out on the heavy. Base collecting the time vials.
He's not in an awful position, to be honest. It's not unwinnable for RAISY here, but the problem, well, it's the same case that he's going to kind of need to get a kill and make it fairly clean, or keep a lot of the control without Base, you know, doing what he does. But RAISY not going for the Mega. Okay, he does pick it up. Base already waiting on heavy, and nice little trap. And wow, good movement by RAISY there. Gonna try to follow it up. He knows base is at rail. And there's so many armors on this map, you can just... You know, even if you put yourself in a bad spot, you can restack quite easily. And now, RAISY is gonna have to pretty much do something really crazy here, I think. He needs to get this Mega, push the Heavy. He does push onto it, he's doing great damage. And look at that, base with that quick shotgun at the end just puts RAISY quite soft, but what does RAISY do?
Yeah, he's definitely in survival mode, listening out to what base is doing from spawn. Yeah, shield is up. Oh. So RAISY did stack back up, but everything gets removed after this engagement.
No, this is... I mean, he did get the tick off, but he's got to do something crazy here to win. Okay, I mean, that's pretty spot on. 35 seconds. He doesn't have the stack. Mega's up in 10. I like the routes that RAISY's taking, though, but he's waiting for this armor, and it's not coming up anytime soon. He can't be waiting for this, that armor. Yeah, and base, he's gonna be surely gone. I mean, 10 seconds, 2 frags. Well played to base, though.
Yeah.
What did you think about how he? I think he just played really well on clutch, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And also not really his style, though. Although, like, yeah, he's more rounded these days. Like, he knows when to be aggressive, and he was certainly aggressive from the beginning. Like the control was still shared, but the base had the majority of the light armors.
I think just base again showing, how can I say, just a really good play with how to kind of engage the shield against the clutch, because against the Solag rather. It's more just that LG mitigation. Like, you're just getting into these LG battles, but because you're both such a big hitbox, you're always trading so well. At least on the second map, we're going to see something different. Ranger versus Keel on Vale. At least this time, I probably would favor the Ranger there, even though base has picked Keel in response. And of course, Vale, I think, is probably one of... Well, it's a really good map for base, but it's also a good map for RAISY, so...
Yeah. So... Yeah, we're gonna get Vale of Pnath, Deep Embrace, and Molten Falls guaranteed.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, feels very even all the way through, and there's no like crazy pick where you think, oh, why did he pick this? And I think on the first 3 to 4 maps you're gonna find that.
Yeah.
But I need my boy RAISY to pick up. I mean, he's only lost the first map. Okay, we'll call it a warm up. But I need him to win this set. So we're already loading into map 2.
Yeah.
And
I just got the camps.
Prepare to fight.
Let's see.
Round begins in
oh, excellent.
3, 2,
RAISY spawning in.
fight.
But you know, just from like even that first map, I can tell the way the base has approached this set in particular, the way that he's moving, the way that he's shooting, he's obviously coming in with the intention to really hit hard straight on. But what'll be more interesting for me is, can he keep it up for the whole series? Because coming in strong is good, but you do need to be able to keep that momentum all the way through. So base will get the Mega at the start, and he did delay it, so he does have an opportunity to get both items. Still, good steal by RAISY there. Going for an LG battle. And the biggest thing here is that base doesn't have a rail, and he actually managed to finish with the rocket. Fortunately, well, RAISY won't get the good spawn there. He will avoid. Pushes in with LG. This is really brave by Adrian. But this is one of the issues with playing those heavy champs, because they're just so slow with traversing the map. I mean, he is That's why he's very so low here, and he doesn't even pick up the armor.
Running smooth.
And again, nice little steal. Sorry if my commentary is a bit biased. I'll try not to.
No, it's... like, yeah. It's so funny. Like I'm always rooting for the underdog. Like sometimes I notice myself. Oh, somebody won the grand final, but
Yeah.
it's Rafa again. No?
Yeah.
So yeah. But
Let's
yeah.
bless him, but yeah, I mean, it would be nice if someone else did win. But anyway, it's not fair. Alright, RAISY gonna push in here. Not a great angle, and no way. Okay, I was gonna say base does not win that. He does go for the health bubble for the Mega. I'm not sure how I feel about that. He's gonna lose the Mega because of it. I didn't quite catch it for a second. And now we have a bit of a troublesome moment for RAISY. He is on the lower part of the map, and base significantly outstacks him. Doesn't even hit that rail either. And base gonna push as he should. RAISY rocket jumps out. Nice defensive rockets. And he has no idea on this heavy. I mean this Mega rather. Yeah, gonna be a kill for base.
Stopwatch.
Gets the kill and the Mega health. RAISY collecting weapons from spawn. He does show up for this heavy and steals it with the orb, but might not survive it.
He is hitting a
Wow.
excellent rocket there, I think it was. Wow, I like that move, but wow, actually, RAISY pushing in back with the rail, that was a crazy move. That little move there, just, I don't know if people were catching that. Base used the grenade to open the door so you could kind of get the advantage, or a bit of the first peek there. Base with a nice rail. This is one of the issues with using rail. If you're not connecting, RAISY just pushes in with LG. He does manage to connect one there. Finally connects a bit. Base not too healthy. Rail off spawn. Really nice move. Then followed by a nice rail by RAISY, and he picks up the Mega. This is so like tit for tat at the moment.
Yeah, I do like the weapon selection from base. Switching to the starting shotgun. But he will lose out on this heavy.
And again, I mean, base is defending with the rails, but RAISY able to just hit those tight close ones, and he will get the kill at the top here. And he's in an excellent position. He's going to get the Mega. Base going to push for rockets. RAISY trying to defend shotgun. A good use of weapon selection of the tri-ball. Base rocket jumps, nice move. Managed to steal it. And this is sometimes RAISY does stuff like this where he just kind of pushes these crazy angles. He actually does manage to hit the rail there. Rocket jumps.
Oh.
Okay, and that's, yeah, obviously...
It's a double fill.
Yeah. But he managed to go through and steals the Mega. Surely this is a kill. Wow, that didn't look like it was gonna go RAISY's way.
No. But yeah, this happens. Like, of course, base wasn't aware of the situation. We see everything.
5-minute warning.
Should we switch over to base's POV to see how he's gonna
Sure.
try to come back from this?
Oh, he does great damage.
Wow.
Well versed in the receiving of ass whoopings.
The question is, how does base keep up this momentum? And he does manage to get the kill, but he was quite low. Will restack with the items at rail. And RAISY gonna get away. Managed to actually catch base out.
Oh,
What
what?
a ridiculous, crazy rocket. Wow. I mean, that whole sequence was awesome. I mean, base hit this like really tight rocket jump that just makes him clip the ledge, but then RAISY spams a rocket that's just in time. So, really well played there.
Yeah, RAISY in position for this heavy. And there's still a lot of time to play. So base can play a little bit push back, collect weapons.
He does have top position, and he is kind of in a position to get the next heavy, but base using Legion Rail doesn't manage to connect very much. Adrian gonna collect it. Again, I think sometimes like people that play Keel often get in this trap of just using rail exclusively. It feels like they've got those grenades to fall back on, but we're not connecting with the rails in that particular distance. Just but base actually going to push in with shotgun and grenades. Screw what I say.
And he does get the Exile.
To be fair, it didn't look like it was. I don't know how calculated that was, but I'll take it. Base jumping for heavy. Doesn't manage to get it. And RAISY gonna drop. Now we're starting to see a bit of a pattern going on. RAISY with a 3-frag lead. And this is also one of the issues with, again, that grenade. It just didn't bounce the way that it needed to. It just went completely the other way. You know, that's part of the issue with the Keel in some senses, because when you're behind, and when you're behind by this many frags, Keel is a great champion to play defensively. You know, people are running into the grenades, but oh, RAISY going for the gauntlet, and actually does not work out. You're running into the grenades, but if you're playing aggressively, it becomes that much harder to execute. Nice rail by base. RAISY is railable here, and he's still trying to defend. Base just not connecting, and RAISY does steal. Wow, 2 excellent rails by base.
Kneel for the victor. I come bearing gifts.
So I did count base out there for a second. I thought this really might be the end of it, but he's put in a 2-frag game.
Yeah, I was trying to get his cam up. Well, the link doesn't work.
Oh, and RAISY doing what he does best. Tight rail. He's camped at the back there, but actually RAISY spending orb just to get to that mid position. He is 100-100, so he is in a decent spot, but he's going for these defensive rails and he's not connecting. Base missing. Wow. Nice defensive rail.
Oh, interesting rocket jump.
It was very, very graceful as he fell there. I thought. Oh, is that a ring out? I knew it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's 5 seconds from orb. This could be. Surely this is a kill for base. Yeah.
Oh, your torso's gone.
Base messing up the movement. RAISY with the steal. He's got the LG. Base with very little stack. Will he go for it? Oh, he's still hitting. Does RAISY know that base has got the weapons? Surely he doesn't push. He goes to the top. Base missing. RAISY very railable at this point, and he goes for it. 15 seconds left. RAISY, if he wants to win this map, he needs to just push immediately. He does find him. 5 seconds. No, surely there's no way. And again, defensive. Well played to base.
Yeah. So you're getting better at being impartial because you are.
I had to take it back a bit when I realized what I was doing. But to be honest, you know, how many times has RAISY been in this position where he's been down 2 maps in the first start of the set? It's not too common we see that, so
yeah.
Can he recover?
Yeah.
What do you think about his next map's chances? Because Flash versus Strog, again, we've already seen base really just push the, I mean, both the guys have been playing quite aggressively, I think.
Yeah, I think like statistically wise, Storkenpeaker has been, his win rate has been increasing over Slash. Like Slash was actually a bit, yeah, RAISY introduced that on Deep Embrace, and for a long time it was unbeatable. But with the Storkenpeaker, you do see that, yeah, especially the extra stack that you have, about a decent speed. So if you squeeze out everything from the map, also the lights, like Slash just doesn't have a chance. But it really depends on the first spawn and how long Slash can work with the speed and the armor that is on the map. Like, yeah, if she's able to work with that, then she's still very hard to beat.
Yeah. It's one of those where if she has her moment, she can just be unbeatable. But you know, conversely, if Strog has a good control over the map, there's just nothing. Like, what is a plasma trail going to help you? You're going to just run into them faster. You know, it doesn't help you. So see how we go. RAISY, if he's wanting to win this series, is going to need to start his comeback now, I would say. Otherwise, could be a very short Thursday. And
well, I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm not complaining if that happens.
Works out nicely. Alright, so RAISY will have the Mega Spawn. Has managed to collect his weapons. Again, nice tight rail. I mean, that was very sharp. Pushes straight into the heavy. Doesn't manage to convert. Okay, he will. That was very bit scratchy there.
Yeah, still shared control, and Base also found the light after he spawns, but that one gets removed quite quick.
You know, I'm curious how this game is going to go, because now once you're down 2 maps like this, all of a sudden RAISY's going to put it into a bit more of a, you know, he needs to do something and needs to do it now, because being on match point, if he loses this one, going to be very bad. But he's just pummeling Base here. He's just still got so much stack to work with. He's going to give him the Mega. You kind of understand that, kind of suffocating the armor. There's Base 2 here. He knows he's up there. RAISY knows. Base with these tight rails, and he actually manages to convert that backwards. Yeah. Wow.
Impressive.
And he managed to hit the rail of spawn. Must have been that the shower gown he was wearing earlier. He's absolutely comfortable. It feels like, look at these rails, just super tight.
Kiddos is why I'm top of the class.
Yeah, for RAISY it's definitely survival mode. He does use the Peaker to scare off Base.
And RAISY really early for this heavy, isn't he?
Yeah, but it works out.
The 200 IQ play to just wait on the item for 15 seconds. I mean, we may laugh, but sometimes stuff like that can really throw someone off when you know you've got so much time, but it kind of works against you.
Yeah, like, like doubting yourself, like, am I timing this right? Because he's already there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Or just the fact you'd be like, okay, this is so easy, I should absolutely not lose this, and then you lose it. It's moments like that, I think. He's gonna keep pushing in. Wow, excellent. No way this is gonna be a kill. How tight are these rockets that Base is firing? He managed to steal our top armor.
Yeah, I do think RAISY adjusted his position. He was too close to the back ball. Or the ball, the bridge.
RAISY very railable here. Is he going to push for it? Well, he does try. Base is available. RAISY going to keep pushing. This LG is so hard to stop here. Yep. And that's part of the, it's interesting with this aggressive style, because when you are aggressive, you can be very confident with your aim because you've got this bit of a flow to it. But on the other side of it, if you're suddenly just running into your opponent even quicker and just losing so many frags, and just like this, suddenly we've gone from base just looking unstoppable to RAISY being 4 frags up.
You cannot resist our might.
Yeah. Now I wonder what would be the counter to Stork and Peeker on this map.
I think one of the biggest things is that his hitbox, it's quite big compared to all the other medium champions, and it's a weird one because he's got that strength where you don't need to move too quick on this map, and he does have that crouch-like capacity. Actually, a bit of a fumble with the weapon selection. RAISY just pushing in. I mean, he hasn't done any damage, unfortunately. We'll try to trap him with the lower bit. Okay, finally connects a rocket, and will it end up in a kill? Yes, it does.
You have failed. You will be
Yeah.
recycled.
Base did remove all the armor, but there is a light waiting for a RAISY, and yeah, Base has nothing. No armor stack. Does have the rail, but no damage output. Oh, like this stack is just gone so quick when you play a light on this map.
I think a light champion, no armor. It's just... Oh, I might get it there. It does pick up the mega.
Ooh, yeah, using the Peeker out in the open.
And again, running into a fistful of plasma, and managed to get it, actually. RAISY will still the heavy, and that's going to be a big moment for him, because Base can have absolutely nothing, and there you go. Pushes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is looking
Strong will.
very good for RAISY here on map 3. And starting machine gun, best weapon in the game, apparently. Almost killing Base, but Base decides to help himself out.
Oops.
So beautiful.
Yeah, I think Adrian's in a bit of that. You see, it's interesting because if Base had kind of kept the momentum, I saw RAISY's reaction. Did you see Ray's
Yeah.
We all called that.
Where's the GG?
Well, or was it a case that he was like, "Oh, why did he leave?" But anyway.
Yeah, yeah, maybe he's like, oh, I wanted to get a golden kill.
Yeah. Or he's mad because he went for that gauntlet kill on Vale, but it ended up backfiring. Then he lost that map, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think I don't have blot on. Yeah.
Okay. All right, map 4. Feels like it's gone so quick already. Nyx versus Visor, RAISY on the Nyx. That is also, I mean, this one's interesting for me because obviously RAISY very good on the Nyx, but with the way Base has been playing just so aggressively and just hitting everything, I mean, if there's one thing that's going to shut down a Nyx, it's hitting every rail possible. And Molten as well, so... What do you think, Rob? I would say 50-50, but based on what you've seen, what are you feeling?
Yeah, I think Nyx is very frustrating to play against on this map, but Visor is a good counter. I wouldn't say that one of the champions has the advantage. Yeah, maybe the wall jump. No, actually, no. I don't think so. So.
I think personally, I'd probably say maybe the Nyx, mainly because the invis is just very strong. Like being able to avoid damage is just like in this game, avoiding any damage and being able to see your opponent. probably the one upside to Visor is that he does have that, you know, he is quite quick horizontally, can move faster than most champions, but, you know, is that invis going to come out to play? We'll have to see.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Yeah, like I think Nyx can have a little bit the edge, but you have to play her more perfect than the Visor.
Lead taken.
Yeah, yeah. You got a bit more room for error when you're playing the Visor, would you say?
Yeah.
You got more stack to play with, so. But again, the relentless starting machine gun, again, best weapon in the game, it seems like. Base gonna end up with a quick 2-0, less than 40 seconds in. Nice rail by RAISY. He doesn't have invis, he doesn't drop for it. Oh, here we go, rails by RAISY here. Pop the site. Testing the waters a bit. Wow, quick. And again, see, he's just trying to go for these angles, and I can kind of understand. He was kind of caught out in the open there, but now RAISY's got really good weapons and stack to push this heavy. Oh, the bit of a dupe by Base there, and Base gonna hit the first rail vertically, and that's gonna set RAISY away.
Yeah, I do think there is also a bit of the risk of losing out on all the armor on this map if Base plays his cards right.
Stopwatch.
And then you have another disadvantage with Nyx because she's a light champion.
I think one of the issues is just kind of sticking around. I think RAISY's trying to like just get the control back too quickly, too soon. And I mean, it's only still the start of the game. He's got a bit of time, but... And again, like he hits the rail, but Base is going to get the Mega, and he's going to get this armor. What's it going to do?
Yeah, he needs to hit the opening damage.
I mean, he is hitting the rails, but needs to slow it down a bit, it feels like. I think there will be a moment for RAISY here now. And again, just Base with these rails. Nailgun almost finishing him. Would you switch to RAISY's pop and let's have a look and see how he comes back from this. Okay.
Yeah, I think the rockets are also such an important tool for fighting for this heavy. But look at this, he just
unbelievable.
He gets hammered. Yeah, Base did use his ability, the piercing sight, so he knew exactly what RAISY was doing.
I mean, well played to Base there. To be honest, that little moment, you know, if that was a very pivotal moment in the game. RAISY used a lot of resources just even to get that. He did have the advantage, but Base with an excellent well-placed rocket. And again, just trying to force the issue, having to blow the invis. Nice rocket by RAISY. Base can end up with the stack in position.
RAISY making a lot of sound above jump pad. So Base goes another route to the Mega Health. And yeah, Base is playing in a way that he doesn't give an angle away on for RAISY. RAISY really has to work for it. Yeah, Base is positional such a good player.
Yeah. I mean, the way that he's kind of like systematically kind of disrupted RAISY here has been really smart. The way that he's taken these rail battles and hit the right rails at the right time, it's really just made RAISY feel quite frustrated because he's hitting the shots he needs to hit, but Base is the one that's getting the items, so... Fight for the heavy here. Nice rockets by RAISY. He will steal the heavy now. Hits that rail. Base 10 HP, doesn't push for it. Base pops vision. Can see exactly where RAISY's coming from. And will he stick around for this? But he's going to run directly into RAISY and he's going to get the kill. So that is an important moment for RAISY here. And may even catch him out even at the LG. Base with the rail. Nice trap by RAISY. Does need to still be careful though, because one bad rail. And base just hitting these close range rails. But that's a really unfortunate miss. RAISY's going to walk away with a decent stack. And now, because he missed that, gives him an opportunity to actually contest the Mega.
Oh,
But base with the trap. That almost became a bit of a, you know what I'm about to say. The trap versus the trappy, but the starting machine gun almost works out. And he doesn't even get the LG spawn. That's really bad for RAISY there. That was an opportunity for him to refrag, but he will try to push. And base, again, look, that one rail just sets the Knicks back so far. And he knows exactly where he is. He can't go anywhere.
No, base choosing to go for control. Yeah, I would say like 4 frags is definitely enough for our base.
One of the issues here is because of the pacing, and he's going to get the heavy there too. Because of the pacing of the game, I mean, base is 4 frags up, and he's the one that has the control, and really, Adrian's just going to push the issue. He will hit this, try to go for this LG battle, and he actually manages to get it. LG doesn't manage to finish the job. But still, like, if base pushes off spawn, he doesn't hit that rail. Very important for RAISY. And he pushes, he manages to finish it.
Yeah, it was an expensive frag to get. Oh,
no, and he doesn't get the heavy.
No, yeah.
Ooh, this is so tight here. He needs to get away. Okay, he manages to. Very important that he gets away there. Really sets the momentum so base doesn't just absolutely just keep pushing him, but... I mean, so far, this is a great game, to be honest.
Yeah. Very tactical. Base has his piercing side up. Does not spend it. Yeah, so RAISY will be looking for free entry damage. And I do like base going out of his way. Making sure that RAISY is not around.
I think one of the most important things here, though, is that Adrian knows what the time of the heavy is, but that nice rocket by base, and going to push him with the LG. Going to frustrate RAISY.
Yeah, base is also playing this quite well. Like, he doesn't spend his piercing sight right away. He really uses it to get the frag. And yeah, this LG fight doesn't go RAISY's way.
And unfortunately, and this is another part of the problem with the map and the champions, you know. And also sometimes even the issue with Quake Champions is the fact that in this particular setup and these champions and the momentum, the way that things have been going, it's just very difficult for RAISY to do anything. I mean, he will try to push with rockets. And again, just really good LG by base. I mean, no matter which way you spin it from this position, the way that base has played this with just hitting the damage the way that he has and just the way that he's kind of pushed, I think it's been quite impressive.
Yeah, on all hand I also do see that RAISY doesn't hit as well as I'm used to.
Mm.
But yeah, base definitely.
Yeah, I think another one for base. And with that being said, I mean, we're gonna go into Ruins, which is always a bit of an awkward map when it comes to rails and also just positioning and timing. So We're gonna see. I mean, as much as it's obvious that RAISY needs to win this next map if he wants to keep in the series, but just in the sense of the momentum, if he doesn't kind of make a good mark on this next map, then it's going to be over. Obviously. So we'll see. I mean, do you feel like base is playing better, or how are you finding? I mean, by scoreline, we would say yes, but do you feel personally? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it also has to do that RAISY is not really in the moment. So base isn't tested. Yeah, that convincingly, but base doesn't make any mistakes. So.
I think at the moment it's just the way that how can I say? I don't think it's necessarily. I think base is playing obviously very much up to his level, or as well as he can play. But it's one of those things about just catching momentum. If we look back onto that Molten, the way that he executed some of these kills, or just he's got a bit more of a hunger, I would say, on these maps. We saw a couple of moments, especially around the heavy, he was trying to hit these rails. RAISY was hitting them. He did what he needed to do, but base would do some crazy stuff. He would hit like a direct rocket from low to high ground, or he'd be pushing, but he'd be the one getting the heavy, and it's just that anxiety. Again, he's now 3-1. If base wins the next map, it's done. It's over. And I think RAISY's definitely feeling it. So we'll have to see what happens on Ruins.
Yeah, we'll have base on BJ Blazkowicz, RAISY on Death Knight. So both champions with burst damage, but RAISY has to go out of his way to connect as much of the flame strike in one go, while BJ can just use LG and hold his mouse button.
On your feet, old man.
Now I know Death Knight's a good champion for RAISY, but BJ is also a good champion for base, so
Come on, Billy
let's
boy.
see.
Stay in the fight.
Round begins in 3, 2.
The only thing I'm mainly concerned about with RAISY on this map is just,
You get me.
how do I say, even when base was playing the Keel, these really quick flip type champions where you just take a bad rocket, or you get caught in the open against BJ, double LG, it's enough to make a reset. And so far we've seen RAISY, he's done okay, but when he's had these big flips and then RAISY trying to push for the control back where he feels a bit unjustified, I think that's where we're starting to see a bit of a falter. But we'll get trapped here with the LG, it seems. RAISY with the weapons, and he is not playing around. Instantly goes to that rail and hits a rail off spawn.
Nice. Does need some health bubbles, but he finds it without any trouble.
Much more of a slower gameplay now.
Wow.
And again, the rockets! Wow, that almost still connected. Does base push for heavy? No, he doesn't. And so now this is the difference. If we would have taken this to Molten and RAISY was in this position, I would say that he may have actually pushed the heavy. But that's the discipline there, that base didn't push for that. It may seem such a small detail, but at least now he's not just throwing frags, so he is defending the heavy again, and he's got his flame strike. Base picks up Mega.
Yeah, so base does get the opportunity to get the LG and the railgun, and jumps in with the dual wields.
Wow. And there we go. I mean, very classic RAISY move. He does manage to actually pick up the kill, and crazy. And base actually not going to push for it. So again, an opportunity where maybe he could have pushed on Mega. Nice little rail there.
I need assistance.
And this is an issue with Ruins because Base definitely on the better end of all the items here. He's going to get the heavy and RAISY severely outstacked.
Yeah, also only 2 lights, which are in a rough position anyway. So the movement of RAISY will be predictable.
Yeah. Base not quite hitting that rail. And he's not going to keep pushing for it. Sometimes the players do like to just keep following up, but... So RAISY from only 50 or whatever HP it was, managed to get back to 100. Took him just a good rotation. Oh, he's in the tribal room. And I like the positions. Well, Base gonna push. And nice little spam, but he doesn't turn around. He's not facing the way the Base is pushing.
Yeah, and RAISY has no... Yeah, he has to do the same again. Well, Base can just rotate the items.
Yeah, nice little try to create an angle there, but... See, Base very stacked now. And you may even catch RAISY out here. He does pop ability, hasn't got any value. He does hit one rail. RAISY with the Flame Strike and the Rocket. How does RAISY react here? Nice play by Base to kind of just wait around, and RAISY kind of senses something up, but spam Rocket. Wow, an excellent damage by Base there.
Yeah, on the other hand, RAISY not really going out of his way to make his movement unpredictable, like he just double-backed in the same direction. Which was already straight in the line because he was on the stairs hugging the side.
Stopwatch.
Nice rail by RAISY there, gonna open things up, and again, nice spam Rocket. Pushed in with the LG, but RAISY gonna, Base gonna end up with a good position there, with a heavy to his back.
5-minute warning.
And he spent a lot of his resources there. He did use his ability, and he's gonna get trapped with his lower armor. And surely he can't stay. Yeah, RAISY has to leave, and he's trying to just get any value out of it.
Yeah, I do like how Base is playing this. Like he's applying pressure the whole time onto RAISY, so
None of you gets out of
RAISY just has no way to get anything done.
Yeah. And he might be able to get himself a heavy here, which would be very good, but he doesn't even manage to hit the rail. And again, these close range rails, Base gonna go up the pad. This is really bad news for RAISY here. I mean, how does he come back from this situation? Let's have him kind of trapped at this top armor, but okay, RAISY with the Flame Strike. Base returns with the rail.
Yeah.
And again, one rail enough to push him away.
Yeah, I do think in this way he's able to delay Base enough to actually go for the heavy. So no armor on Base, he will get the mega health, but he might not survive it. Oh, he does get out. A light is taken. Yeah, now there's not that much of a stack advantage for RAISY, but he goes out of his way to remove the other light on the map. Yeah, let's switch to RAISY because Base will get the mega health, but if the armor is now removed by RAISY from base, RAISY has potential for the next frag.
And then how does RAISY handle a very plus back base here? Does hit that. Oh, he's got him tight in there, but even one bad rail here, and actually will get be a kill for base. Incredible. And this is one of the issues with Ruins, because he just needs to, how can I say, you know, just hit these long distance rails. He is railable, but doesn't manage to connect, and actually base managing to connect here. And truly, but I mean, I'm sorry to say, but I think it might be actually base's series, and could be seeing RAISY and base in the finals now. So an opportunity for RAISY is pushing with nail gun. I mean, sorry, base is defending with nail gun, not getting too much value. And even a kill with managed to trade there.
I will rise again.
Yeah, he had no choice but to use the nail gun. Every other gun was basically out of ammo. We have to witness a miracle.
This is what I live for.
It's not necessarily impossible, but definitely, I mean, base would have to really, you know, find some really particular bad angles. And okay, RAISY does manage to connect the rail there, and connects two, 3 frags, 1 minute. He does even get the spawn. He realizes something's up. But he can't be going to... He needs to be just pushing or doing something. I know he can't see him, but I think wasting time like this, he needs to be going for kills. I think that really changes RAISY's chances, because any seconds here in that last minute are just so precious, but...
Yeah, base is running the timer.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, well played to base, to be honest. The way that he, you know, he conducted himself the whole series, I think we really saw his strength in map 1, the way that he kind of just pushed himself and was hitting a lot of damage. I think it set the pace for the series. Then in that second map, to be honest, the second map really did feel like RAISY's map. He just hit the shots he needed to hit, and yeah, all of a sudden we're into map 5 and base takes it. So congratulations to base. Should be base versus RAISY in the finals there. That'll be it.
Yeah. It is what it is, but we're happy for base.
I'm not happy for base, but everyone else may be happy for base besides me. Well, I mean, I just, you know, selfishly, I need to be looking out for my own little standings there. But no, congratulations to him. He played great. And yeah, I think top 2 RAISY versus base finals are going to be quite exciting.
Yeah. So RAISY, does he also take over RAISY then?
4-1, which I believe is 6 points. Yeah, it's 6 points, because I think a 4-0 was 7. So second place, but still, I don't think that changes really very much, besides that he's in that final.
Indeed. Yeah, so based on first, RAISY second, ZENAKU third, MAXTER fourth, STRONGSAGE then fifth, Stone sixth, KELTZ seventh, and DANCHEZ eighth. Yeah, I'm actually I had higher expectations from or I expected that sounds really shitty to say. Sorry, KELTZ, if you're watching. Like yeah, I expected him to do better, but I guess after Quake on, he lost a little bit of interest in Quake.
I think for a couple of the guys, it's been a bit like I'm not sure how much MAXTER has been playing. I know StrongSage has been playing a bit, but definitely not like his QPL form.
True.
And I think KELTZ was the same, very much like I remember even when I was asking him for practice, I don't think he was too interested, too bothered. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so on Saturday, or no, this is Sunday, 26th. I thought it was Saturday. Let's see. Oh, I might be able to do this.
You can watch that one.
Yeah.
You're gonna cast it rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you look at the changes on the PTS?
No, but I need to because I don't know what's there.
Okay, well then, that is something from another time then, because there are a lot of changes, and I think the focus will be a bit more on team modes.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of ridiculous damage potential is being removed, like the orb, for example. The touch only does 5 damage now. So yeah, I'm curious how that is going to go. It's supposed to be going live in 2 weeks.
Okay. So it'll be before this 2v2 tournament anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Okay, do you have any parting words?
Not particularly. Just I guess thanks guys for watching today, and keep supporting Shaftastic. Keep supporting Quake Arena FPS. Well, now we're a bit more global than that. We're a bit bigger than just Quake, but yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for having me, Rob.
Yeah, awesome to have you. Always a pleasure. And yeah, for the people who are watching on YouTube, I always have to say this because everyone else does it on YouTube. Drop a like if you like our content. Consider following. If you want to support us directly, press the super thanks or use the donation link that's in the commentary in the comment section below. But yeah, that's
it.
Yeah, that's it. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, guys.